Innovation can cost money, but it doesn't have to be a sunk cost. I'm Fortner. I'm joined today by Barka, Tax Incentives Manager, and we're going to discuss how research and development can unlock some untapped savings. All right, Casey, let's start high level. What is the R&D tax credit and why was it created?
Well, Lauren, the R&D tax credit was actually signed into law back in 1981. Ronald Reagan, when he was president, felt that he needed to incentivize companies to keep high-tech, high-paying jobs here in the US as opposed to offshoring them. And it's really an incentive to reward companies that are doing innovative product development, software design, engineering, things of that nature.
So why is the R&D tax credit considered one of the most valuable incentives for US businesses?
Well, Lauren, it's the largest tax credit actually available, delivering billions of dollars of credits to US businesses each year. But it's also one of the most underutilized because a lot of companies don't realize the things that they do in their normal day-to-day workplace do qualify for this credit. And I'm not talking about a simple deduction. These are dollar for dollar tax credits that are going to generate tax refunds or reduce your tax liability altogether.
A lot of companies have the misconception that R&D only applies to laboratories and tech firms. Can you shine some light on who may actually qualify?
Well, Lauren, the definition of R&D is much broader than a lot of people might think. It's not just your white lab coat personnel. It applies to companies in architecture and engineering, to aerospace and defense. Even construction and manufacturing companies can qualify for this credit. As long as you're developing a new product or improving upon an existing product or software or other product, right? Odds are you're going to qualify for this tax credit.
So Casey, what type of activities typically qualify for the R&D tax credit?
Well, Lauren, we're looking at the activities that are rooted in the hard sciences, those that are in the engineering, software development, the biological sciences, things of that nature. We're not looking for sales, the marketing, the back office personnel, but really looking to focus on the employees that are actively involved in the design, the development, and execution of new or improved product design.
What is the potential financial impact for companies who claim the credit correctly?
Well, Lauren, ultimately, we're saving taxes, both at the federal and state level, right? This leads to increased cash flows. It allows companies to reinvest in new facilities, new equipment, hire more staff, right? Leading to growth.
Given how valuable the R&D tax credit can be, why aren't more companies taking advantage?
Well, Lauren, oftentimes companies just don't realize that the credit even exists, or they don't think that they qualify, or they think the process is way too complex. In reality, given the right expertise, the process can be efficient, it can be well documented, and it will stand up to today's current case law, regulations, and tax code.
The R&D tax credit provides rewards for companies doing something they're already doing, innovating. If your business is developing new or improved products or processes, you might be leaving money on the table. Contact Ayming today to see how much money we can uncover for you.